The summer season is winding down. My kids are officially back to school as of yesterday. Thank goodness. It looks like we might be able to get some semblance of a routine around here, but that doesn't mean that all of that fresh summer produce is necessarily gone. We have at least another month of farmers markets around here, and so I wanted to celebrate some of the last, final, best, freshest stuff and put them all together in an absolutely beautiful farmers market inspired dinner. This is the Farmhouse Burger.
Get out, get away.
I am not a trained chef, but I am a full-time foodie photographer to be exact. I've created a six-figure career from my kitchen table. Come on into my studio where we'll cook not just good food, but gorgeous food. I'm Brooke Lark, and this is how to cook like a food stylist.
Yeah, yeah.
There are some classic flavors that I love pairing with a burger, and one of the things about burgers as a food stylist is that it is really an opportunity to toy around with some tough styling tricks. Whenever a client orders sandwiches or burgers, I start to panic. So I thought, you know what, let's do this thing. Let's pull together the flavors we love. Let's take on a challenge that scares the tar out of me. And let's put together a burger that is absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna show you how from start to finish. You're gonna get a recipe out of it, plus some killer styling tricks. The flavor combos on this hamburger, absolutely to die for. It's like a classic burger meets like a bistro style menu. And so we've got some spicy fig ginger jam. We have some beautiful pungent blue cheese, a little bit of snappy arugula. I tell you what, if you have never had a fig burger, today is your day. So first we've got to start the burger. I am using some really high quality sirloin. And what I'm gonna do is mix it all up with some nice simple herbs and spices, a little bit of garlic puree, some smoked salt. You can really use anything. A little bit of garlic, a little bit of salt is just about perfect. And then whenever I'm styling a burger, I always like to add just a little bit of extra olive oil because I really want that burger to not dry out when it cooks. So I know it sounds crazy adding fat, but it makes a big difference in those final photos. Since meat is just kind of a big slab of the same color, I always like to add a couple of different things that add some visual interest. So I'm gonna make sure to hyper pepper this meat. It adds some great flavor and it also looks really good in the shots. And I'm gonna make sure that this is really coarsely ground as well. All right, time to mix this up and form it into patties. We are making farmhouse burgers, so these patties do not have to be perfect. Have fun with it, don't beat yourself up. Whatever you come up with is gonna be a great looking burger. All right, time to cook. I'm gonna stick them into a skillet. If you wanna stick them on a grill, that works as well. Just make sure that whatever you're putting your meat on is already hot. It creates a little bit of browning on the outside so that we get that nice visual pop and it looks like our burgers are done. So I flipped my burgers and now it's time to top it with some cheese because I really want just kind of a little bit of soft melty cheese on top. I think that's gonna look gorgeous, edible, amazing. And so what I've done is picked a super marbly blue cheese. There were a ton of options at the store, but I wanted the one that would really come across as blue cheese when you look at it in the picture. Okay, we're topping our burgers with eggs because an egg on a burger is just life. So what we're gonna do is heat this pan up, and I don't wanna heat it up too much. It's gonna be just a nice medium heat. And then I'm gonna crack an egg in when it's already hot and let it slowly heat up to an even hot, like a medium high or high temperature. That's gonna make it so I can get a nice firm white around the edges because I want a really good egg border, but it's also gonna make it so that that doesn't boil because I don't want bubbles in my eggs. That is weird. If you want to get a really nice yolk shot, always cook your eggs sunny side up, don't flip them. And then I always like to just transfer them to some parchment paper because that keeps them where I need them until I can stick them on the recipe. First up, the buns. I've sliced some challah buns in half, and I would also use pretzel buns, but the thing that I'm going for with this, again, is something different than the ordinary. So I love this flower shape that we get with the challah buns. Challah, so cute! So we've got this savory burger, we've got this sweet fig jam that's gonna go on top. I also wanted a nice spicy green, and so I've tossed some arugula with a little bit of olive oil and vinegar. That's gonna go on the bottom of our burger. And I know that this sounds crazy because when do you ever put lettuce on the bottom of a burger? But for photos, it's so nice because it adds just a little bit of color and depth below that patty. And I really like how these onions just kind of fall in with the shape of the arugula. So what sometimes looks like a worm ends up just looking like a really nice added flavor here. Okay, time for our burgers. Okay, this is when it gets really serious. We've got our hot burgers going on a nice fresh green. If you're at home, it is time to eat, go and enjoy. If you're a food photographer, this is when the going starts getting really serious. Okay, time for a dollop of fig jam right on top. I am not going to be symmetrical in this. I want it in a slightly different spot on the top of every burger. Burgers are almost built. They need some egg and bacon and then they are done. But before I put those on top, I'm gonna go ahead and prop out this shot because once the egg goes on, then it can crack, it's a little bit sensitive, and so I wanna make sure that is the final thing I put up there before I shoot. Okay, this is the moment of food styling truth. The eggs will now go on top of the burgers. Whenever you're working with burgers, do not over mess with it. Just put the dollops, put the buns, and then shoot. So the very last thing that I have left to do is just gently place the buns on top. I'm gonna put them on, maybe smash them down a little, but not too much, and let's take some photos.
You're like a piece of gold I wear everywhere I go. Let me smell your sweet, sweet skin and hold.
Okay, we are shot. The studio is still a mess, but this smells so good. I cannot wait to take a bite. So, giant burger, ready to go in the mouth. Okay, you guys, I might need, I am definitely gonna need 2 hands for this. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is a mess. Eat with napkins. It's so good. Okay, yeah. I don't think I want summer to end. I would eat this burger every day of my life. So good. The flavors are so fantastic together. That egg on top, that fig jam, and please, when you make this at home, pair it with sweet potato fries because you will not be sad. Yeah, this is a good one. All right, burger days always end up being bigger days in the studio than I expect, but what a fantastic meal to sit down to. I'm gonna go join the family and eat up. In the meantime, will you please subscribe? Like, hit that subscribe button like right now. Subscribe, 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 because I have so many delicious foods coming your way, including next time, the super trendy, Instagram worthy, everybody loves it, number cake. Stay tuned, you've got to check out the hack that I figured out to make this one in your own home. Thank you for joining me this week on How to Cook Like a Food Stylist. Have a wonderful week, make good food, and above all things, eat pretty.
Walk in my ruby red shoes.
Okay, it's egg time. This is always the most stressful part, and my bra is falling. Okay, here we go. It's egg time.
Here we go.
Why do I keep saying hang in there today? Hang in there. Hang in there. It's like the cheerleader comes back.
Go around. Go around. Go around. Hey.
Go around.
Hey. Go.
Go around.
Go around.
Okay.
Can I get a burger?
Give me a B.
Give me you.
Okay. To a good burger shot is don't over tinker. So I have everything exactly where I put it the first. The key to a good burger. Hurry, our burgers are getting cold.